This is the Con Guy Show. We are your home for news, opinions, and interviews from the world of Comic-Cons and fandoms. Your ultimate insiders for all things con. Hey, welcome back to the Con Guy Show, everybody. Tonight we are doing something else just a little bit different, not completely different. It's just we are specifically going to be looking at collectibles tonight. Collectibles with the Con Guy, specifically Con Guy Derek, because he is the resident specialist in all things Lego, and that's what we're going to do tonight. Derek, since it's been a bit of time, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi, I'm Derek. I'm a founding member of the Con Guy. I've been on the show with Luke and Jim since we started in 2016. Yeah, it's been a long, joyful road.
It has been fun, yeah. And Derek's a busy guy, so like when we can get Derek on the show, we are very, very excited. And there's a certain passion of Derek and his family, which we're going to be talking about tonight. Of course, we're talking about Lego. And by the way, for those of you who do not know, Derek actually does have a social media presence these days.
That's true. I'm not always on there very much. Yeah. Well, recently we get a new fun Lego set. I was introducing that, and I said I'm not on there very much because of the kids in my house and the kids at work, because I also teach middle school. The great thing is, though, I do like to incorporate Lego in the classroom, which you'd be surprised how many different ways you can do that when you teach a Bible class at a Christian school.
No, this is so cool, though, that you're going to be able to kind of like dive into something that's really kind of a cool thing for your family. And like I said, go to Con Guy Derek and check out his videos. He's been posting, a lot of them are Lego. He does some great videos, especially the Lord of the Rings videos. He's going to take us a little bit into this world tonight. But before we go any further, we do have to lay down a little foundational fact, Derek. As we discuss, and as people are, look, it's Lego, not Legos, correct?
Yeah, please. That offends my ears as both a Lego fan and as a grammarian. Yeah. If you want to talk about individual pieces, you can say Lego bricks. If you want to talk about sets, you can say Lego sets. But don't say Legos. That hurts me. It hurts my soul. I won't disown you, but I might be correcting you silently in my head. Sorry.
All right. So because we don't have the rest of the game tonight, because this is tonight's all about Derek kind of taking us into the world of Lego here. So Derek, we would love to see. Wait, first of all, let me just ask you, when did you start collecting Lego? When was this become a thing for you?
Oh, interesting to say, when did I start collecting? Because, I mean, when I was growing up, that was always the big Christmas gift that my brother and I always asked for. And it was usually the grandparents that would be the ones to get it for us because they're expensive. They always were. And now even more so. Not just because of inflation, but also because of all the crazy sets they do these days where things are licensed and you've got, Star Wars, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Lego. Once they started doing that, I think that added to the cost a good bit because of the licensing. But I'd say in my adult years, I probably started when I was really out of the house and living in Southern California.
With your own money?
Yeah. I was still kind of broke for a while and spent what little bit of money I had on some Lego.
Brick by brick.
That's true. Yeah, the first Comic-Con that I went to, which I'll show that set here, I bought a Lego set, and there for a while I started just kind of commemorating my trips to Comic-Con with a new Lego set at the Lego booth. And yeah, for my 30th birthday, I did a Lego-themed birthday party. And then later I hit another big number. And I had a Lego-themed party for that one too, because, I'm mature, so now I can afford bigger sets.
Well, I have been at your house when you have received gifted Lego sets, and you talk about somebody who's never lost the joy of childhood. That is Derek. So Derek, we're going to jump right in, man. I want to jump right in. And for those of you who don't know, Lego has been a very popular collectible for a number of years now. Like, it used to be just toys for kids a long time ago. It was started, I think, back in 1932 by old Kurt Christensen.
Something like that.
And do you know what Lego means?
In front of you. I'll let you just read it.
Yeah, I'm just reading. You know what the word Lego means?
I play, I think.
It's play well. It's a Danish phrase, and Lego gut mean play well. So it's kind of exciting. We're going to play well tonight. So Derek, take us into your world, my friend.
let's not waste any more time.
No.
All right. So, as I mentioned, when I turned 40, I had a Lego themed birthday party, but that time I made it Lego Harry Potter themed, so it could be a little more focused, and also to give some major hints about what I wanted for my birthday. But this is some of the stuff we set up around then. And so these banners are not Lego, but this is. And if you're familiar with Lego Harry Potter and the sets, these are the ones that have the Hogwarts houses, and then they fold up into the house crests, kind of just a tapestry or a banner for each house, which is pretty fun. We keep them hanging here because it's nice decoration.
Are those banners
But
or those actual Lego bricks?
so these are just banners.
Mhm.
These are actually made of Lego if you get close, and we've got
Yeah, you can
figs up
see
there.
it.
But these are closed up right now. Each one opens up into that house's common room. They're
Oh,
fun little
cool.
sets. Yeah. Back here, we've got some more. Some of these were gifts for my birthday. Some go back a lot farther than that. Um, but we got the Dursley's house, the night bus. This is the original Diagon Alley set. Another one came out just a few years ago that was much more expensive. But this was the classic one from some time before that. And then this is actually a number of sets put together. Starting in 2021, I think it was, around when they were commemorating the 20th anniversary of the first movie. The
Mhm.
Hogwarts sets were modular, which means you could rearrange them and put them together to build a giant Hogwarts. So this is just a few of those sets put together. There's still some more to get. Um, and another thing they did in starting in 2021 was these little Lego golden minifigs of various characters, and we just have Harry and Hermione. But
Mhm.
it's pretty fun. And then because this is our coffee station in the morning, we've got Central Perk right here, which
Central
is
Perk, the Friends. That's the actual coffee shop from the show Friends.
yeah, this is one of the Friends sets, which, these it's always fun when they get into either a TV show or a movie and recreate all the characters and just iconic scenes that you might recognize. And they're really well represented in these sets. Um, but speaking of well represented, this was a Christmas gift from some very dear friends of ours. This is just a representation of our family as it stands right now. It says
Mhm.
2024 edition because as foster parents, the shape of your family can change from one year to another, which of course I've talked about on the show several times. But this was quite a special gift to get
That's
custom designed
fantastic.
minifigs for us. Yeah.
That is fantastic. I love that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But I do want to show you this stuff over here.
All
Now,
right. Yep.
normally we keep our Lord of the Rings Lego in a more, shall we say, secure location. But we had them out because Easter weekend we always watch the trilogy. So right here,
As you should.
yeah, right here is Orthanc Tower. This is one of the first really big sets that I got. It was it retailed for about $200 at the time, and I think I was Christmas time 2013 when I bought this one.
Mhm.
And if you can look, can you see through the doorway there behind
Yep.
Sauron?
Yeah.
The Palantir lights up on the shelf. This had a lot of really great details. I
Oh,
mean,
that's cool.
I'm not sure I want to risk turning it around right now, but there are like some cool trap doors and things. There are various orcs inside, and of course, Treebeard came with it, as well as Gandalf and the eagle. And then over here,
Wait, how many
this.
pieces are we talking about, Derek? Do
Oh,
you think?
I would have to look it up. I can't remember.
Oh, no
This
worries. Yeah.
one, I'm wanting to say if I throw a number out there, it could be off. Some of these sets I would remember. This
Yeah.
one, it's 1 or 2 thousand, but I couldn't say for sure. This right here is the set that I got on my first trip to Comic Con. This is Shelob. That was July of 2012. Now this Gollum is not part of the set. He just is there because he fits from that scene.
Oh,
And poor
cool.
little Frodo is struggling while Sam says, "Get away from him, you filth." Um,
That is fantastic.
Yeah, it's fun stuff. And this, I always enjoyed how this is the articulation in this, and also the fact that there's a great little string that comes out the back end.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
He's got the spider web coming out the back.
yeah. And then, oh, look, PlayStation controllers. And then this Helm's Deep set is one of these really old ones. I can't even remember when I got it,
Mhm.
but it's old enough that the plastic has broken in a couple of places, sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
You ever
oh
th-
dear.
do you ever think about gluing some things? I mean, it'd be hard to put them back in boxes then, but
Yeah, well, I don't have all the boxes.
yeah.
Um, After watching the Lego movie, that hurts to kind of think about, but some of these I may do that just for the sake of holding them together.
Yeah.
Treebeard, actually, some of his pieces I had to I've had to super glue. You can't quite tell from here, which is nice. But once Lego gets old enough, sometimes the actual pieces can break, not just separate from each
Yeah.
other, but snap. Especially when they drop. Especially if you have a toddler who throws really bad tantrums and throws things and stuff falls from high shelves.
Don't talk about Lara that way.
That's not what I mean, obviously. So this is one of the most beautifully designed Lego sets I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
This is Rivendell. This was my big birthday present last year. And I don't mean that in the Gollum way. I mean, it really was a birthday present that a lot of friends contributed to. Um, yeah, there are so many great details in this. For example, you might, if I'm holding this right, I
Yep.
can't take it out of selfie mode on StreamYard, but you can see Bilbo's writing desk.
Oh,
Um,
fantastic.
and then, of course, the Council of Elrond gathers here.
This
Okay.
is really a beautiful set.
Yeah. And then this comes out, and they actually have an eye underneath. If you
Oh,
can see
no
more of
way.
the house. Yeah.
So wait. And why is that significant?
Why is it significant? The eye?
Yeah, don't pretend like all of us are quite as well versed.
Okay. Well, the eye of Sauron, that's kind of how the Dark Lord is represented. There is one moment where you kind of see a flash of that on
Yep.
kind of where the ring is when somebody's reaching for it, and well, when Gimli tries to smash it with his axe and finds out it cannot be destroyed by any weapon that we here possess. So currently I have this set up with the Fellowship leaving Rivendell.
Oh, nice.
This set came with a lot of minifigs, and it's really a lot of thought went into it. And another impressive piece is this gazebo right here.
Oh, the gazebo is beautiful.
Yeah. If you look closely, you can see like I think these are little life preserver pieces that are used in there, and then some really clever engineering to make it six-sided when Lego doesn't naturally lend itself to six-sided figures. And then, of course, another detail that I love is the smith down here reforging the sword for Aragorn.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah.
There are so many pieces of the story in just this one set here.
Yeah. And it's kudos to Lego designers. I mean, it takes some major skill to be able to envision this stuff and figure out how to piece it all together, because it's very right brained and left brain working together.
Yeah.
And of course,
what about the leaves on the tree? How separate are they, or is it all of a piece?
Well, if you look here, this main piece is one that's been in Lego sets for ages since we were kids. And then this set just has these smaller ones added onto it to add some color and some texture.
That's amazing.
But yeah, and right here it's similar. It's some of those kind of smaller green ones.
Yep.
And then the tiny ones added to that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then down below, I do need to show another friend set that we've.
Wait, that was Chandler and Joey's apartment, right? With the canoe?
Yeah, this is Chandler and Joey's apartment. For some reason, Janice has shown up here.
Janice.
Yeah. There is one person, well, a couple people in this house that are a bit young for this show, but one of them still likes to play with these pieces. Yes.
And there's Monica's apartment, the purple walls.
Yeah. And then, of course, Phoebe. And if you remember the episode of Phoebe's little dollhouse that catches fire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of just fun details they come up with. That closet actually has boxes and things piled inside it when you open the door.
Oh, the one that we never get to see inside?
Yeah, except there's like one episode with this storyline. But
oh.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And if you look in the back there, there's the elaborate poking device.
For poking the unclothed man.
Yeah. And for those that haven't looked into these sets already, the ones that are based on TV shows usually have this, where the Office has this, and then the Central Perk set over there. But they're basically made to look like a set in a studio.
And they've got the lights shining down on the set from above.
Yeah. It's a clever touch for the sets that are the Lego sets that are based off of sitcoms, you know?
That's a cool choice for them doing that. They didn't just make a house; they made it make it look like an actual set from Warner Brothers.
Yeah, which I thought was pretty cool. And then the new set we've been working on is also Lord of the Rings, of course. This is
Barad-dûr.
I believe, let's see, we've just done the first 15 bags so far. Still in the middle of the first book. Yeah.
Wait, how
But
does this work? You said you're the first 15 bags. How many bags are in there?
I need to look again. I actually haven't dug through the whole box yet. At least 40.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is the one that if you go to your Instagram, you just opened this one recently, correct?
Yes, we just
Yep.
got this one in time to be building it during our Easter weekend viewings of the trilogy. Um, but wait, there's more.
Oh, yes. Okay, let's see.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be posting some progress photos. I have some ready to post regarding Baradur, but there's still a lot of work to be done on it.
Can you say the name
Here's
again?
Baradur. So Barad and then Dur. Well, hyphen Dur, and then there's like a little thingy over the U. Tolkien's languages. He's quite
Yeah.
an awesome guy. All right. Here is the Upside Down from Stranger Things.
See, I didn't even
This,
know they had this. This is kind of cool. So, like I'll let you walk us through it.
yeah, sorry. This one was limited. I'm pretty sure it's not available anymore. But what's cool is it's the buyer's house, and you can turn it upside down and have the upside down. There is a Demogorgon. I put the bicycle in the tree because otherwise it just doesn't attach very well. Um, but when you look, you can see things are pretty much mirrored between the top and bottom, just with vines and things added. Um,
Wow.
it is a clever touch. And then you've got all the main characters. The only thing is you don't have Barb. There was a
Oh,
minifig of Barb that was available for a very limited time as part of a special promotion, which I did not get my hands on, sadly.
I mean, does it? I guess it doesn't matter. I was about to say, what season of Stranger Things? So this is like season one, right?
Yes, if you look at Eleven's outfit,
Oh
she
yeah, yeah, yeah.
also
Yeah.
somewhere there's some Egos for her to hold on to too. But
Egos. Oh, it's
yes,
like so. Egos is plural. Lego is not.
well, Eggo waffles. Usually, you mean the individual ones. Um,
I just started rewatching Stranger Things again, getting ready for. I started with season one, getting ready for
yeah,
the show.
I'm itching to watch it all again. Ooh, revealing some things a little too soon. All right.
I didn't see it. I didn't see anything.
This was the first giant set that Laura and I bought together.
For
A
those of you
really
just
huge.
listening, he's looking at a giant castle up here. What is this?
This is Hogwarts. So
Yeah.
this one, the only minifigs that came with it were the four Hogwarts founders. But if I position the phone right, you might be able to see some of the microfigs.
We do. We see them.
Yeah. So when you look closely enough, some of those microfigs are actually of individual, like specific characters. Some are just general Hogwarts students or professors. And then there's the Hungarian Horntail.
What's the Hungarian horntail?
That is the dragon that Harry fights in book 4.
Okay.
Yeah, and in
I know
movie
people are
4,
slapping me right now. Like, what? You don't know what that is? No, I
well,
don't.
in movie 4, it's much more elaborate. The dragon chases him around, flying around Hogwarts, and then
Yep.
there's like a whole thing with the dragon on the roof, and yeah, of course they add stuff like that for movies. And then there are Dementors.
Oh, I just noticed the Dementors floating over there.
Yeah, and sadly, because I'm not tall enough, it's going to be kind of hard. I can't quite show you inside the Great Hall and everything, but the design here, if you look,
Are the Dementors on like little wires to make them appear?
they're on just clear Lego
Oh, I can
pieces,
see them now. Yeah.
little pole-like pieces. Yeah. And then here they've just got iridescent colored pieces behind the great vent type pieces to give
Yep.
the look of stained glass windows.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Some clever design touches. Now, next to Hogwarts, we've got the D&D minifig collection. Yeah, I have all except the Mind Flayer. So if anybody sees this and has a spare Mind Flayer, let me know.
Okay, okay. I forgot when you said Mind Flayer. I'm thinking Stranger Things, but I forgot that was
Well,
actually a reference from D&D in season 2 on
exactly.
Stranger Things.
And behind those minifigs, I have my dice towers. One of them actually has a dice jail, and if you play D&D, you'll understand why I need a dice jail with a cannon pointing at it. Gotta sometimes scare those dice back into behaving. Yeah.
Now on your Instagram, you were talking about like you had to make one of your dice jail, either dice jail or dice something you had to make wider.
Yeah, actually, so this, let's see, I don't have my step stool, but this is a self-loading dice tower. This is one that I actually found instructions for. It was an independent build by somebody.
Yeah.
and because it was cool, I found the instructions, had to buy a few extra pieces. The trouble is, any reasonably sized D20 doesn't really fit very well in there, particularly the chonk dice. So I
Mhm.
made another one that doesn't self load, but is just will work as a dice tower for some of my bigger dice. And then I
Nice.
decided I needed a dice gel next to it.
So you're actually
Um,
that you use this in your D&D games. You use these
I have,
Lego
yeah.
creations. Okay.
Well, and I haven't. I need to set up a new D&D campaign coming up, but we've hosted some young kids from our church and stuff before just to do one shots, and we've
Uh-huh.
used Lego minifigs to create our characters. So when these guys came out, I had to get some
Yeah.
because we'll definitely make use of them. Now,
I love this.
moving over just a little bit more,
Oh my
we
gosh,
have
this is such a thing of beauty.
yeah. So this was a big one. Laura and I actually got this during the pandemic. This was selling out over and over again because so many of the Lego factories were used to create protective gear instead of their regular sets.
Oh, that makes yeah.
Um, yeah. So this was taking a while to come back in stock. So sometimes the only time you could find it was on eBay or an Amazon Marketplace deal that was twice as much as the retail value.
And what are we
Um,
looking at?
the Ultimate Collector Series Millennium Falcon.
Yes.
Yeah. So we did find this one, and then I remember I was moving the car down the street because we had a bunch of friends coming over and wanted
Mhm.
to make clear our driveway. And I got out of my car, and while I was walking back, I thought, "Oh, I'm just going to check one more time and see if I can find it." And I found somebody on Amazon was selling two of these for the regular price, and I
Ooh.
ran back down the street and said, "Laura, look!" And she's like, "Yes, let's buy it." So I got it, and then as soon as I bought one, the price of the other one jumped to double
Of
what the
course.
price of one cost. So we could have probably bought both of them and then made the money back. But you know what?
Ooh.
It was still worth it for just
So
the
it's got the
joy of
round
working together.
satellite dish on the top.
Actually, you can change that satellite dish out.
Oh, you can. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So you can do either one. Because if you look right now, there's like new trilogy characters on a lot of this, but you've also got classic trilogy characters in the cockpit right now.
Yep.
We just have them out doing work on the Falcon for the sake of displaying them.
This one. Yeah, you're not in
Yeah.
mid-flight right now. That's fantastic.
Right.
And I know you probably may not know, but you have any guess how many pieces was in that?
Ooh, I would have to look that one up.
I'm gonna look it up. I'll look it
Yeah.
up.
It was a lot. And it took us a long time to build because we got a new placement of foster kids right in the middle, and they
Yeah.
were really young. Um, I have one, but speaking of that, actually, speaking of children, I have one more really special set to show
Okay,
off.
wait. I'm
Which,
going to switch to a different view
okay, great.
and remove. All right. Wait. You can hear and okay, stop. Oh, you have yourself on mute on that one, Derek. You'll have to take yourself off. Okay. Cool.
Okay, I just wanted to leave on my phone so I wasn't getting the echo.
Do you want this
Yeah,
view?
so
Yeah.
yes, Lego is special to our family, as I've talked about before. But one of the reasons that's special is because of what it's represented for Laura and me coming together, and for as foster parents, bringing new kids in every so often. This summer, we met one foster son who was placed with us, with the plan being adoption. And the first day that we went to meet him at a park, we decided we wanted to take a little present, some kind of toy or something we could also have as an activity while we were there. So of course we took Lego. Um, so it's been quite special to us. And one set that came out, I think this was last year, was the family tree. Now, we don't have pictures on ours right now. We can't actually show pictures of our foster kids anyway,
Oh
but
wow.
this was a really special one that I knew I had to get for our family for Christmas. We just recently finished building it actually. But it's this design where it is a tree and it's got all these little clips that hang onto it that you can insert photos into. And it's got a lot, all these odds and ends too. There's a kite, there's, a book, a camera, a picnic blanket, um, painting supplies, but all in, Lego miniature, of course. And you can change out the flowers to match with seasons or to match with, your style as a family, I guess. Um, but this one is pretty special to us, and it's one that we were building together and just recently finished. So, like I said, we can't show pictures of foster kids online, but if you come by our house sometime, you'll probably see this on display with photos of our kids.
That's an open invitation, folks. You heard it.
Oh, I can't hear you, Jim.
Wait a second. Let me do this. That looks cool.
Right here it says.
Oh, it's good. It's got the pumpkins. It's got your family on there. So now you said, and you probably already said this just a couple of minutes ago, but the reason why Lego in particular is kind of like a cool thing. I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, my sound was off and I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. So the reason why, wait, let me do something else. Is your phone still on?
No, I logged out with my phone.
I wonder what's happening here. Why can't we hear? I'm gonna wait.
I can hear and see and hear you fine now. Just like I forgot that Laura had muted the sound on this for me so that we wouldn't get the echo.
Yeah, the thing is, when I talk, I'm getting the echo.
Oh.
Okay, so sorry, folks. We're gonna fix this real quick. This is weird. Tell you what, I'm gonna ask you a question, and who cares if we hear the echo? But I'm gonna. So the question is, why is the Lego brand kind of special to your family? And I think you said it earlier, but if you can just kind of reiterate why this makes a good thing for your family.
Yeah. Well, like I said, Laura and I have loved doing Lego together. And when we met this summer, when we met our foster son that was placed with us, with the plan being adoption this time, we wanted to take a gift and we knew that he liked Lego. So we took a small Lego set with us that we could build together at this park where we were meeting him for the first time. So it's, besides just being fun, it's also meant some special memories for us. And it's always cool to just have this stuff out when people come over. But in, I think, a symbolic way, it really fits with foster care and adoption because you've got pieces that can come together and really create something beautiful that you might not have expected. Sometimes those pieces are just found and they can get new life when they're put with the right other pieces and with the right design. So, of course, the family tree was a special thing that we had to get.
I love that
too.
I love that. Let's do it like this. There you go. Derek, that looks so great. Thank you for taking us through your Lego, part of your Lego collection. I know that you have children that are sleeping in certain. Wait. There's one thing you didn't show us, but
really,
there's a certain flower there that Laura loves so much.
Oh, you're right.
But
you know what? Can I run and grab it?
Yeah, run and grab it. I'm gonna. What do they
call it? There's gonna be some work to edit later, I guess. But
so as Derek goes and gets that, it's kind of cool. Lego. There's some facts that are cool about Lego. The world's tallest Lego tower is 28.7 meters high. I don't know where that's at. The thing that's kind of cool is that it said that on average there are 80 Lego bricks for every person on Earth. That's I don't know if that's cool or just like over consumerism, but it is. I just think that's neat. Late end to end, the number of Lego bricks sold in a year would reach more than 5 times around the world. All right, I want you to show this to us.
Yeah. So often, if I'm on a trip for Army or whatever, I like to buy my wife flowers, and her favorite flowers are ones that don't die. Orchids she likes okay, but her favorite are flowers that we don't have to actually take care of besides just build them and put them on display. So I did give her these for this might have been a Mother's Day gift a couple of years ago. We also have a lot of the other just Lego flowers in a cup sitting on a shelf in our bathroom because they look nice. And it is fun when people come over and they don't notice right away that those are not real.
Derek, the thing is about that flower, it's so delicate looking. It doesn't look like it looks like a flower. Yeah.
And at a glance, like especially from a distance, you can't tell right away. And there's a whole botanical series if you didn't know. And they've got a really nice autumn centerpiece that's great for Thanksgiving. They've got a poinsettia that we actually got for our foster daughter at Christmas time. They've got succulents, just about anything you could think of. They probably already thought of. It's quite impressive.
That's awesome.
And these are done in a way where you could even probably mix and match and make a nice bouquet with a few different kinds of flowers if you wanted.
That's awesome. That's beautiful. Well, Derek, thank you for showing us through a little bit of a peek into the world of Derek's Lego. If you guys enjoyed what you saw today, please let us know. I've been trying to talk Derek into doing some more Lego podcasts for us. I just think it's such a cool thing. It's such a, I don't know somebody, I know people that love Lego and people that have Lego sets, but when you go to Derek and Lara's house, these sets are gigantic. Like I think you got a little bit of an idea of how big these things are. Like that Millennium Falcon, that thing is like huge.
It's pretty big, yeah. And even so, like we've bought some cool sets and have collected some great ones, but there are adult Lego fans out there who design some amazing things of their own. They'll take, I'm online, there are a few YouTube videos of a Hogwarts Castle that's actually built to minifig scale. That's just massive. I've seen a few people do that sort of thing. Um, and it's really impressive the kind of creativity that gets unleashed with stuff like this. I'm not nearly as good as a lot of those folks are. I did make a cool nameplate, which I'll get a picture of to share for my desk at school. But I mean, I've even seen, I've got one of my students who likes to go to Lego conventions and things, and he'll show me the stuff that he comes up with. And it's pretty impressive, I gotta say.
Well, Derek, I'm impressed, and I've seen this stuff in person, so I was impressed, and so I've been kind of begging Derek for a while, like, come on, Derek, you got to show this stuff off, because this is great. So if you guys enjoyed collectibles with the Con Guy, especially Con Guy Derek's Lego collection, please let us know. Derek, you can finally say with pride, where can people follow your Lego exploits online?
Yeah, well, I like to share stuff about what I'm doing with Lego or, other convention and geek related stuff on Instagram and X at Con Guy Derek. More on Instagram, really, because when I'm talking about Lego, I got to show pictures.
Yep. You can find me here at the Con Guy, James D. Fry on Instagram, or I forgot what my X. I'm really bad at posting on X, but I think
you can also do just at the Con Guy, right?
Yeah, it's at the Con Guy. You can find us all at the Con Guy. But listen, Derek, again, thank you so much for taking us down the rabbit hole or into the wonderland of Derek and Lara's Lego. I love that there's so much Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter here, the stuff, the fantasy stuff, and I can't wait to see what is next. All right, Derek. We shall see you soon. All right.
Have a great, Jim.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Thanks for watching The Con Guy, the official program of theconguy.com. Find us on the Weeby Geeks Collective or anywhere you listen to podcasts.